You ever feel like you're trying to make a change, a real change in your life, but you just keep hitting the same wall over and over? Well, today, we're going to look at a really powerful method for transformation that goes way deeper than just talking about a problem. It gets right to the source code. Let's get into it. I mean, it's such a frustrating feeling, isn't it? You can see the issue clear as day. You know where it comes from, you can talk about it, you can analyze it, but the pattern itself just refuses to budge. That feeling of being stuck is exactly what we're tackling. Because, sometimes talking isn't enough to actually rewrite the story. And that exact experience, that feeling that talk alone isn't getting you the breakthrough you're looking for, is what has pushed some incredible thinkers to develop new approaches. Approaches that work on a much, much deeper level, down in the subconscious. Now look, this is absolutely not a knock on talk therapy. It's an invaluable tool. But for some of these really deep, stubborn patterns, you sometimes need a different kind of tool. A lot of people find that something like hypnotherapy can create those breakthroughs and can do it faster and more effectively precisely because it works directly with the subconscious mind. So when the old maps aren't getting people where they want to go, who draws a new one? Well, it usually takes a pretty unique mind, someone who can see the hidden connections between worlds of knowledge that most people think are totally separate. And this is the guy right here, Dr. Michael Glock. He's the architect behind the whole method we're diving into, and his background is what makes this so special. He's not just in one field. He's a philosopher, a futurist who looks at where our culture is heading, and a clinical hypnotherapist with a PhD in depth psychology from the world-renowned Pacifica Graduate Institute. That diverse expertise, well, that's a secret ingredient. And this just lays it all out. This is where it gets really cool. Dr. Glock didn't just invent something out of thin air. He created a synthesis. He pulled together the incredible insights of Jungian psychology, the art of interpretation from philosophy, the hard facts from modern neuroscience, the deep, grounded knowledge from Western Apache wisdom, and a forward-looking perspective from cultural futuristics. I mean, what a combination. It's this blend that makes his approach so revolutionary. And all of that mixing, all that synthesis, it boils down to one single powerful idea. And honestly, this one idea could change everything about how you see yourself and your struggles. So here it is, hermeneutic hypnosis. The core idea is this. Your mind, your psyche, your inner world, it's not a broken down car that needs a mechanic to fix it. Instead, think of it more like a living story, a text that's filled with symbols and meaning. So the goal isn't to fix you because you're not broken. The goal is to compassionately read and understand the story your psyche is trying to tell. And this quote just nails it. Think about it. What if that anxiety you feel or that habit you can't shake isn't just a problem you need to get rid of? What if it's a message, a communication from a deeper part of you? This approach says that symptom is a symbol, and if we can just understand what it's trying to say, the need for the symptom just dissolves. Okay, so that's the big idea, and it's a beautiful one. But how does it actually work? How do you put that philosophy into action? Well, there's a very clear, structured clinical method for doing just that. Dr. Glock calls his system the joy-mind method, and it's a really clear three-step process. First up is discovery. This is where you find those unconscious beliefs that are running the show. Then, once you've found the root, you move to step 2, issue resolution and reprogramming. This is the part where you actually update that old, outdated belief. And finally, and this is key, you get to positive reframing and reinforcement, which is all about making sure the new, empowering belief sticks for good. And this is where the hypnosis part is so crucial. All of this happens in a trance state, which is just a totally natural, safe state of deep relaxation. It's like a focused daydream. That relaxation allows your conscious, critical mind to just chill out for a bit, which makes it way easier to access the subconscious, reinterpret those old stories, and update the core beliefs that have been driving your life. It's safe, it's rapid, and it is incredibly effective. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. This all sounds really nice, but is it just philosophy? Nope, not at all. This method is actually deeply grounded in our modern scientific understanding of how the brain literally changes itself. Just take a look at how this compares to other approaches. You have the medical model, which is often focused on removing symptoms. Then there's something like CBT, which is amazing for changing behaviors by restructuring thoughts. But look at the hermeneutic model here. The primary goal is completely different. It's individuation and self-realization. It sees the unconscious as a source of power and uses neural reprogramming in a trance state to create change. So how does the brain actually do this neural reprogramming? It all comes down to this incredible process that scientists have identified called memory reconsolidation. This isn't just a theory. It's the proven biological mechanism that makes this kind of rapid, lasting change totally possible. The best way to think about it is like opening a file on your computer. When you actively recall a memory, your brain literally opens that memory file, and for a very short window of time, it's editable. The deep relaxation of hypnosis creates the perfect, safe environment to open that file, change the emotional charge attached to it, and then hit save. The facts of what happened don't change, but its emotional power over you today can be completely rewritten. So let's pull all these threads together now. We've got this powerful metaphor of your psyche as a story. We have a clear, structured method to work with it, and we have the modern neuroscience that explains why it works. So what does all this really mean for you? This right here is the ultimate point. When you stop fighting your symptoms and instead learn to read the story of your own inner world, you take your power back. By using a method like this to access and update the meaning of that story, you shift. You go from being a character who's just reacting to the plot to becoming the author of your own life. And the results of making that shift are just profound. This isn't about slapping a Band-Aid on a symptom for a little while. It's about creating deep, lasting breakthroughs because it works at the subconscious root of the issue. It's all about integrating new, healthier ways of being into your actual daily life, building a foundation not just for a quick fix, but for a lifetime of growth. So I'm just going to leave you with this one question to think about. If your life is in fact a story, and you now know that you have the power to edit it, what story do you want to tell? What will your next chapter be?